Tonight, we're diving straight into a tense UK drone audit outside Acton Police Station. A drone pilot, a swarm of legal rules, and officers ready to challenge every move. Will common sense prevail, or will bureaucracy clash with technology? Stick around as we break down the laws, the drama, and the jaw-dropping standoff that's about to unfold.
Oh, the van is that way, Acton Town. And we're at the police station. Gonna go figure out the safest way to get across. This one looks quite busy. But yeah, I'll pick it back up when I get across to the other side there, guys. I'll see you in a minute.
You don't wanna fuck with me. A slow burn like a disease. Just tell me that I can and I'll show you things that you couldn't believe. Just tell me that I can. Just tell me that.
I'll be able to get some nice drone footage around this area. We've got some nice Christmas lights up. It's quite a nice open space. Get the lights of the traffic and that pouring round. There's quite a lot of people in the front counter and it's quite busy. Doesn't look like there's anything to really see in there anyway. They've got the yellow phone in there and that's about it. We've got South Acton Safer Neighbourhood team, Acton Central Safer Neighbourhoods. So we've got an Acton Town Centre Public Spaces Protection Order area. But you're not allowed to drink alcohol, no psychoactive substances. Give your name and address to an authorised officer if asked to do so to deal with any of the activities outlined in this order. Okay. Groups causing antisocial behaviour, intimidating and aggressive begging, obstructing access. Disperse from the area if asked to do so by an authorised officer because they reasonably believe that you have been obstructing the entrance of a commercial business during the course of its opening hours. Damn. Commercial waste. Remove from the public space any commercial waste deposited or left there for the purposes of collection when asked by an authorised officer because they reasonably believe that waste has been left in a public space for an
Right from the start, our auditor meticulously reviews the Public Space Protection Order. This is critical. By understanding exactly what's prohibited, he sets a clear legal boundary for himself. From antisocial behavior to littering, these rules are strict, but notice something important. Nowhere does it restrict filming or flying drones. This kind of due diligence isn't just smart, it's essential. It ensures that when police approach, he knows exactly what they can and cannot enforce. Who else would take a sign this seriously before taking flight?
Prohibited to possess and or smoke, inject, inhale, or otherwise consume any psychoactive substances. Urinating, defecating, spitting. Urinate and or defecate in a public and or communal space. Deposit saliva, mucus, or any other product from the mouth or nose without reasonable excuse or attempt to collect or eradicate the saliva or product. Damn. Careless cigarette disposal. Dispose of any cigarettes, cigars, roll-ups into a bin without first fully and properly extinguishing them. If you engage in any of the above and do not stop when asked to do so by an authorised officer, you may be issued a fixed penalty notice of £100. If you do not pay the fixed penalty, you may be liable for a level 3 fine of up to £1,000 upon prosecution. Wow. Bloody hell. So, it says that in the protection ordinance area around providing your name and address, you must give your name and address to an authorised officer if asked to do so to deal with any of the any of the activities outlined in this order. Groups causing antisocial behaviour. So under this one, it's saying that we must disperse from the area and not return for 24 hours if asked to do so by an authorised officer because you have been congregating in a group of 3 or more people where 1 or more persons have been engaging in antisocial behaviour and at least 1 member of that group is within the designated area. Okay, so filming and flying a drone in this area does not fall under any of those conditions. So good job that I came and checked out that sign there, because I would never have known that for this area. And now if I do get approached and they try to enforce any of that or use any of that, then I know what the deal is there. I'm guessing I must have had quite a few issues if this is something that's in place. It's not going to be in place for no reason.
Here's where things get really interesting. The officer claims the drone is too close to people, citing a 50-meter rule. But our auditor's craft is under 250 grams, a category with far more relaxed rules under UK aviation law. This is a classic case of regulatory confusion. Officers are trained to enforce safety, but technology evolves faster than policy sometimes. Watching this back and forth, you can see the disconnect between general safety perception and actual legal code. Would you know the difference if someone challenged your drone flight?
Something, so it stays propped up. Means you might not get the best angle if I'm flying a drone and I get approached, but there's not a huge amount that I can do about that, unfortunately, today, and I do apologise. I will try to do better and remember my tripod next time, or perhaps even just get a body worn camera at some point. Yeah, so just gonna put you guys down for a second, get the drone out and set up and start flying that around. I'm just gonna cover a bit of the area as well, because I do think it's gonna look quite nice in its lighting. Looking around, we've got a couple of buildings, a tall building there I've got to be wary of. We've got a drone over in the, not a drone, sorry, a crane over in the distance there. I don't know if you can see the red light from that. Okay. But that's far enough away that I won't be going anywhere near that. A couple of trees and that's to look out for, so it's a good spot to get up. Obviously the drone has a signal light on it for me to be able to locate it in darker conditions, so it is legal to fly in this lighting. With that, I'll be back in a second.
That started, there we go. Which means it's on a slow mode.
Things heat up as the conversation spirals. The officer begins questioning motives, suggesting the flight is for YouTube attention, even hinting at potential privacy violations inside the station. But notice the auditor's masterclass in calm, legal reasoning. Filming in public is lawful, and speculation about what could happen doesn't override rights. This is textbook civil liberties in action. The tension isn't just drama. It's a real clash of law versus assumption.
Let's take this off on the right foot. Let me land my drone. Okay, when I'm ready to land my drone, I will land my drone unless you give me a lawful order to.
You're flying it in open public spaces where there's people walking around.
Okay. Are you giving me a lawful order to land my drone or not? That's all I need to know right now. That's all I need to know is if you're giving me a lawful order to land my drone. If you are, I will comply. I will comply with any lawful orders that you give.
Just while we're talking to you, you might want to do it so they don't crash it.
Well, you could not instruct the pilot in this flight. Again, if you're giving me a lawful order to land it, I will do so. If it's a request, I need to find what I've got to do.
Right, UK Civil Aviation Authority.
I suggest you look up the legislation.
No, I am.
Small drones. Make sure you go to the small drones.
Yeah,
right?
that's fine.
Okay. I hate people to get it wrong and end up on there. Are you sergeant or a PC? Or are you higher than that?
Flying closer.
You're not going to identify yourself?
Yeah, Police Station. Flying a drone 50 meters. Within.
Okay, keep going to the small drones.
Yeah.
Small drones. Okay, specifically the small drones. Okay.
How do we know it's a small drone?
Well, that's for you to investigate and find out. And I'm not
Okay,
under any
would you like to land it?
Is that a lawful order?
So that we can check whether it's a small
Is that a
drone.
lawful order?
Just so that we can carry out an investigation.
And I'm not in any
So
obligation
that would
to
be...
aid you in an investigation against yourself, am I? It's not the
Do you have any
obligation of a member of
paperwork
the
that
public.
says that it's a small drone? Like the instruction manual? We like to identify it rather than...
I'm not under any obligation.
Okay, so
to aid you in
small
your
drones, model aircraft below. Rules of minimum distance, people is different flight, small drones, model aircraft below 250 grams. Is that drone less than 250
That's
grams?
up to you to find out, isn't it? I'm not here to lead you or answer your questions.
Okay. Flying a drone model small, lighter than 250 grams. So therefore, are you willing to lower it so that we can look at it that says it's lighter than 250 grams?
Well, I've got the footage I've come here to get. You might be able to see what it is when I land it. If you want to stick around that long, I've got 80% battery left. I'm going to be a while.
Right, you could fly no closer to people less than 50 meters based on that. So again, I'm really asking, is it less than 250 grams?
Again, and I'm really stating I'm not here to lead you in any investigation against myself.
Yeah, but that's what I'm reading here.
So, do you want to see my screen there?
But at the moment you've been here flying it.
Well, you've got to take off and
So
start
there's no-
somewhere, haven't you? They
I-
allowed
No,
this
but then you
so-
have to be
so-
away from people.
And to be honest, no, you're allowed within 50 metres of uninvolved people when your drone is on.
Okay, please keep at least 150 meters away from residential, recreational, commercial and industrial areas.
Again, that's not for small drones.
I've got small drones here. This is what I'm looking up. This is what I'm trying to make it as simple as possible.
And I'm telling you, you're wrong. You're looking at the wrong bit. You're allowed to fly within 50 meters of residential, commercial areas and
It says,
uninvolved people.
according to this, it's 150.
Again, you've gone past the small drone bit and it's gone on to the next bit.
This is
okay,
small drone.
keep going and it will get back to the small drone bit. That will say, unless. Trust me, I'm aware of the legislation. I wouldn't be here doing it if I wasn't. I'm not absolutely stupid right next to the police station. Why would I come and commit an offence next to a police station? Who would do that? Have a brain. Go see the Wizard of Oz or something.
A bit rude, isn't it?
Well, you're the one accosting me while I'm trying to fly a drone normally.
I'm here and it's gone over my head because
Yeah.
it's gone over police station where there are
Right,
people.
correct, well done.
And that's why I'm here to say,
Okay. So I'm telling you, why would I instruct you to small drone bit if my drone is not a small drone?
okay, so are you willing to lower it so that I can see it's a small drone then?
Am I obliged to? I will do anything I'm obliged to lawfully. Otherwise, you're going to interrupt my show, you're going to waste my battery, and no.
So explain this to me then. If you cannot, right? So can you fly a drone over a UK road? And this bit you said you know it, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
which says that you cannot fly a drone over a congested area over than 50 metres.
Oh my god, again, that's not for the small drones.
Then what's it for? You tell me.
It's
You
for
know
the
more.
drones over 250 grams.
Okay,
There are
is
different
that one
types
over
of drones.
250 grams?
I'm not answering your question. I'm not obliged to answer your question. I'm not obliged to help you discriminate.
I can't see.
I can see it.
Still has to be.
It has guide lights on. It has guide lights on it. It doesn't. I suggest instead of standing here making yourself look like idiots, why don't you go call somebody who actually knows?
Oh, you know.
I
Well, you
do
know,
know, but it's not my job to inform you. Go do your own bloody work. I'm trying to do my work. You go do yours. Don't stand here and tell me I'm wrong when I know I'm not.
Oh, there's so many different ones. There's so much wiggle rooms and all
So why
that.
don't you go call the CAA, ask them,
And who's the CAA then?
the Civil Aviation Authority.
Okay, so you do know.
Yes, of course I do.
And here's the twist. The auditor flips the script, questioning why officers didn't notify him about their active body-worn cameras. This is a subtle but important point. GDPR requires transparency about data collection. While officers were challenging him for drone compliance, he highlights a potential double standard in transparency. It's a clever legal counter, reminding us that enforcement works both ways, and knowledge is power when it comes to rights and compliance.
Victims, but then things get bizarre when the Beatles start playing. Is this a deliberate attempt to trigger a copyright strike on the footage?
And that's it. Is that all it is?
Yeah.
Then,
I'm
then
here
what?
to get my footage
A footage of what though?
whenever I want to film. I'm in a public place, flying legally.
Okay, but my impression is that you're recording the police station. You're recording footage within the police station. That's what it looks like to me.
Even if I am,
Huh?
even if I am, is that against the law?
Depending on the circumstances of why you'd be getting the footage, it could potentially be,
No,
yes.
what I'm doing with footage post facto would be unlawful. The act of getting the footage is never unlawful.
Okay, and how would I know what you're doing with it
Well, you
afterwards?
don't, do you? And I'm not obliged to tell you. Even if you arrest me, detain me, search me, whatever, you're not going to get any more answers. So what's the point?
I mean, the objective is always to avoid anything at all costs and to figure things out. I merely come out, engage with people, to talk, to discuss things. As you can see, I'm willing to look things up on my phone, find out, because I don't 100% know things.
Exactly.
Your attitude, it does come across ever so slightly rude.
Well, that's because I'm trying to do my job.
Which is
and
what?
I'm being interrupted.
Trying to do your job, which is what? Give me some indication.
No, I don't want to talk to you. How can I make this any clearer? I do not wish to engage with you. Unless you suspect me of committing any crime, you're going to detain me or arrest me, please leave me alone so I can concentrate on what I'm doing. So I can low lighting people.
Yeah. So could that be considered dangerous if it's low lighting?
Because it's got guidelines. It's perfectly lawful, but as long as I concentrate and you stop interrupting me, absolutely perfectly fine.
Just give me 1 second.
That's a factual issue.
The standoff over the operator ID is a perfect example of human rights intersecting with drone law. The officer demands to see ID, claiming he has reasonable suspicion. The auditor pushes back, asserting that without evidence of a crime, he has no obligation to comply. This distinction is huge, the difference between a fishing expedition and lawful investigation. It's a fascinating demonstration of how technology, law, and civil liberties collide in real time. Who's really in the right here? You decide.
Oh, that's good. If you're flying a drone or model aircraft that's between 250, so that's the higher one, and 500, or is C1 class, you can fly closer to people than 50 metres.
But you have to have certain qualifications for it, yeah.
But you must not intentionally fly over them.
Correct.
Okay.
There we go.
I'm happy.
Thank you.
Are you happy? Are you happy with the way that we've dealt with you? Do you feel that we've respected you and stuff?
To an extent, I'm not the best pleased, no, because I've had to cut my flight short because I kept getting interrupted, and I felt it was unsafe to continue because I kept getting distracted from flying, which is an offence to distract the pilot at the end of the day. I understand you have questions, and unless you're giving me a lawful order to demand me to land it, then you need to wait until I'm done to continue talking to me, especially when I've specified multiple times to stop distracting me. You're putting people at danger when I'm flying a drone by distracting me. I've told you I'm trying to concentrate, and you continue. Like, I get you've got a job to do, go do what you had to do, whatever, but then I ended up having to bring my drone down, which has interrupted my footage I wanted to get, which is interrupting my work, and you could have waited until I was done. At the end of the day.
You didn't specify how long it would take for you to be done.
I didn't, but
you could have easily dropped it down, spoken to us for 5 minutes, explained everything, gone through everything. But I don't know you from anyone.
And I don't know you either, PC.
Okay.
And especially with all the reports that are coming out of the Met, why would I want to be engaging with you in dark conditions?
Because it looks very clear to me that when you set up a video to record, I hope you've got your reaction. I hope that whenever your YouTube video gets made, that whatever caption you put on it is fine, right? Doesn't bother me that I'm on it or that I'm not. But you need to, I'm sure you've had it many times before, I don't know what your YouTube channel is called. What is it called?
I'm not going to give you any information, PC.
But I'm sure you have the same thing. You fly a drone over a police station, we're going to come out, especially when I've got victims who are potentially out having a cigarette and I have their embarrassment to contend with.
It's not embarrassment to...
If I have a victim of a sexual assault having a cigarette there and there's a drone coming out that may record her face...
Why do you say her? Why do you assume sexual assault is her?
I'm
there. Who's there?
Fine.
Try and
Their
say
face,
okay?
I will have their welfare, and if that is putting them at distress, that I need to come out and engage to find out what's going on.
Okay. Just before you go there, sorry, ma'am.
I'm done. I've got to go back.
Okay.
Is there anything you need from me?
Yes. Considering two of your colleagues have now walked away and you're about to, I just want to check something.
Yeah.
Is there a reason that none of you or your colleagues let me know that your body-worn camera was on?
No.
Okay. In your policies, it is important that you state that you're recording a member of the public at the first most practical opportunity. Okay. Because at the end of the day,
I don't want to interrupt you while you're flying.
Okay, well, you say that, but you did on other grounds, so there's no reason that that's not. Okay.
Yeah.
But it's really important because if I don't know I've been recorded, I don't know you've got holding data on me, okay? And I don't know that that's there for me to request.
There's no need for me to save it. I won't save it. You can lovely.
No, I know, I understand you always say that, but it automatically gets saved for 30 days, doesn't it? You know, so
28 days.
well, 28, but a month, 4 working weeks, So just for future, please remember to notify, and for yourself again, did you have your body camera on at any given point?
It's not on now.
It's not on now, but did you? Okay.
Yeah.
So obviously, just before you were leaving, obviously, I was just saying to your colleague here, none of you have let me know and notified me of that, and it is in your policies under GDPR. I need to know that you're holding data about me, otherwise I don't know that there's data there for me to request, okay? And that is really salient. I know when the body camera is active because... But
is there anything else you need from me?
If you're in a rush, you go, as I've told you about that. But yes, if obviously... I know when the body camera is activated. Not every member of the public does. Can I just finish what I'm saying and then can I finish what I'm saying?
The officer should have told you that your body
yes, he should have. Thank you.
By the end, no arrests, but several critical lessons emerge. Sub 250-gram drones have exemptions. Privacy arguments can be a tactical tool, and officers need clear evidence before demanding compliance. This audit shows just how nuanced these encounters are when specific laws meet general policing. Remember, this video is educational, not legal advice. Always check your local regulations before flying or filming.
Because my question is then, can I see your operator ID?
For what reason?
Because if the drone is under 250 grams and it has a camera, you require operator ID to fly a drone.
You're correct, I do, and I do have one.
Therefore, in order to, I need to see it, because
Okay.
that's to examine it to make sure you're not committing any offences.
Okay. Do you
If I have-
suspect at this time, under with reasonable suspicion, that I am committing an offence, or
Yes,
I have
I
committed
do.
an offence?
I do suspect it, because
Okay.
you're flying the drone over the back of the police station.
Okay.
There is concern that you may have been recording into the police station,
Okay.
or recording people in the backyard who have been detained and under arrest.
Okay. And what's the suspicion of the crime now? What's the crime that you're suspecting me of here, Inspector?
That you were flying a drone without an operator ID.
And why
which
do
is
you
an
believe?
offence.
Can we please establish why you believe I don't have one? Because you have to have reasonable grounds. You can't just say I don't believe you have one because you refuse to show me.
You haven't displayed
Okay,
anything.
but I haven't given you my driver's license. It doesn't mean I don't have
I think
one.
you went driving.
No, exactly.
So I haven't required you to produce
Okay,
your driving license,
but-
but you were flying a drone.
Okay.
So we need to examine the drone to make sure if it is under or over 250 grams, and whether or not you need an operator ID or not.
Okay.
Because they're the circumstances in which you need one.
All drones with any camera needs an operator's ID.
Yeah.
Okay. I do have one.
Yep.
Just because I'm not willing to show you, it doesn't mean you can infringe on my human right, Article 8, the right
so
to privacy.
if you're committing
You have
an
to have-
offence,
See, exactly, you have to have reasonable suspicion that I'm committing an offence.
But you've
Refusal to not show you, basically what I'm doing, because I don't want to not show you because I don't have it.
Okay.
Okay, let me explain this. I don't want to show you the same way that if you ask me for an ID, I wouldn't want to show you.
don't have
because,
to show
No,
us.
okay,
No, that's
okay.
fine.
Can you let me finish? So stop interrupting me. I listen to you. Can we have some mutual respect there? Okay, Inspector. What I'm saying is, I don't want to show you because it's my human right under Article 8 to have the right to privacy.
Yes, you're
Okay?
right, it is.
Absolutely. And I don't want my right infringed upon for no reason. So you can't use my standing up for my human rights as reasonable grounds to suspect me of a crime.
I'm not using your...
But you are, because you're saying
I am
because I'm
not-
refusing
Hang
to
on
show
a second,
you.
I should let you speak.
Okay.
No, the same way.
Yeah,
it
yeah,
is
yeah.
to
Can we
it.
step a bit back?
Okay.
Feel a bit
So I am potentially investigating an
Okay.
offence. Okay. Potentially investigating
Okay.
an offence. So I need to establish whether or not you have committed an offence or
Okay.
not. So, if the drone is under 250 grams
Yep.
and it has a camera, then you need an operator ID.
Okay.
Without examining the drone, I don't know if it is undersized or not.
No, you don't.
Okay.
You're correct. But you
So-
have to have reasonable suspicion.
To do what?
Either incriminate or alleviate any suspicions against myself, is it? That's not my responsibility. Your responsibility is to conduct your investigation. I am not going to be coerced into aiding you. I'm going to stand firm in my human rights and my right to privacy.
Yeah.
Okay. And the only way you're going to get it
You
is
are-
to detain and search me. That's the only way you're going to get it.
I'm not going to detain and search
Okay.
you because I don't have the power to search you for a drone.
There you go.
And that would be an unlawful.
There we go. So there we go,
use.
Sergeant. So unless
Okay.
you suspect me,
So I
unless you're
don't-
going to arrest me,
I'm not going to arrest you.
Then you're not going to
but
get anything
however,
in the
if I see the drone over the police station again, and I'm able to make an assessment of its size
Mm-hmm.
and weight, then we're potentially talking about a different ballpark, aren't
oh,
we?
you're not going to be able to see it in these lighting conditions,
Well,
are you?
we don't know that, do we?
Okay.
So what I'm saying to you is, at the moment, because the drone has landed and it's in your bag and it's
Mm-hmm.
away, and I have no power to detain you to search you for that, then we're going to call it a very nice evening. I'm going to go back inside because I'm
So
cold.
what if I take it back up? Because I've got
If
a
you-
more
if
battery.
you put it
Because my
back-
footage was interrupted.
If you put it back up,
Yep.
and I can see it, and I can make an assessment as to whether it's over 250 grams or not, then I will be in a better position to determine whether or not you are potentially committing any offences.
Okay.
By
Well,
not-
your
not
colleague,
having or by
your
do
colleague
having
saw
an
me
operator
land it,
ID.
and they can confirm to you that it is an under 250 gram drone.
Okay.
They can see by the assessment when I landed it, because I was stood right there. So the weight of the drone is now irrelevant because you can confirm that with your colleagues. Okay.
Did they have
So-
a weighing scale to do that?
Pardon?
Was there a
It
weighing
doesn't
scale?
matter. So we're saying is you're saying you have an operator ID.
Sure.
Okay. And there's no legal requirement for you to produce that, other than to have one. Mm-hmm. Okay.
I have one, but yeah.
So there's no legal requirement.
There's a legal
to produce
requirement for me to have one, because even on a drone under 250 grams, I still have to have
you still
one.
have to have one.
Yeah.
Okay. So what you need to do is think this through a little bit further.
Okay.
I only have your word for it.
Mm-hmm.
You having one would be a defence to committing the offence.
Right.
Okay. So I can report you
Mm-hmm.
for the offence of flying one without an operator ID, and then you can produce that to the court
Right.
as in mitigation as to why you haven't committed an offence.
But without evidence of.
I can report you for the question of prosecution to be considered.
Okay.
Okay. So they can review it.
So you can report people to the
I can report
CPS
you to the CPS for a review of the circumstances.
because you don't know whether or not I
and
have
therefore,
an
therefore
operator's
they may
ID.
decide to prosecute you,
Right.
and then you can produce your operator
And how are
ID
you gonna report
that
me when you don't
license
know
at the
who I
time.
am?
Well, that's the difference, isn't it? If I'm reporting you for an offence and you then decline to give me your name,
Mm-hmm.
decline to give me your address, then we end up in this bracket where Section 24 of PACE applies,
Okay,
and
yeah.
you end up finding yourself being detained in the police
Yeah,
station
correct.
in order to be charged with
Yeah.
the offence of flying a drone without an operator ID and me not knowing who you are.
Okay, but again, I still don't.
But we end up in this bracket and say,
I don't understand where your reasonable suspicion is coming from.
I don't want to go around the houses. So
because you're not giving any reasonable suspicion in any of these hypothetical circumstances. There would not be enough grounds to suspect that I don't have an operator's ID.
Okay.
There just wouldn't. Like, just because you can't see it doesn't mean it's not there, and that's not enough.
You have one.
Okay.
You saying you have one is the same as me saying I haven't got drugs in my pocket right now.
So when a plane flies over, do you check every single plane that goes over to make sure that they've got their flying license?
Every single plane, because when they leave, the pilot is going to have to be certificated when they take off, aren't they?
Yeah.
They'll be registered certificated with the company.
Okay.
And they will be.
Are you stopping every single driver that drives past the police station who might have a dash cam that might film into the police station?
Driver, no, of course I'm not.
Exactly.
Because I'm talking to you right now. However, there's a.
So you don't know that any of these have got driver's licenses?
There's a massive difference, isn't it? Under the Road Traffic Act, I am allowed to stop them and require them to produce their driving license, or if they're unable to do so, to state their name and date of birth. Don't need to produce anymore. They must state their name and date of birth if they can't produce a driving license. Okay, so therefore I am able to check the driving license database to confirm that they are actually have a driving license.
You don't have those powers with the drone, so that wouldn't apply. You don't have that reasonable suspicion.
But I'm not relying on those powers. I don't need reasonable suspicion to stop a motorist and ask them for their driving license.
Okay, no, but you need reasonable suspicion to demand my details. I'm
not demanding your details.
No, but you're saying if I take it back up, and then you would report me for an offence.
What I'm saying is, I can report you for the offence. So for the question of prosecution.
If you found this case as shocking as we did, make sure to hit that like button, share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more jaw-dropping courtroom and police audit breakdowns. From legal standoffs to drone code chaos, we've got it all. Stay informed, stay safe, and keep watching. These audits are only getting more intense.